So recently we just got a new version of OmniGen called OmniGen2, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, OmniGen is an open source image generation AI model that not only allows you to edit images based on the text prompt just like ChatGPT, but it also allows you to combine multiple images into one single image. So let's say that you have this picture of a desert and this picture of Optimus Prime. Well, now you can teleport Optimus Prime in the desert without the use of any Photoshop. Or even better, let's have Donald Trump and Santa Claus walk on this lovely beach. But what if, while you're watching this video, your food gets cold? No problem, just heat it up. So we are here on their official GitHub page, and if we take a look over here, we can see that they already released the code and they also have an online demo, which we are going to get into a bit later. And if we scroll down a little bit, we can see over here, as you can see, you can change the style of an image. So over here we have a realistic picture of this girl, and in the second image we can see her as a figurine. You can also change the color, so let's say that you want to change the color of a certain object in the picture. We can see that in this image they changed the color of her dress from yellow to blue. You can also extract a certain object or character from a picture to have it on a blank background. You can add details to your pictures. So for example, in this image we can see that they added a hat to this girl. You can also replace items from certain pictures. So in this image we can see that this character has a sword, but they replaced it with a hammer. You can change the expression of a picture. So let's say that you took a selfie or a group picture and you don't like the way your face looks, or you looked at the camera a bit weird, then you can go ahead and use this AI to change the expression of your face. You can also remove elements from a picture. So over here we have a cat on a rock and we can see the image without a cat. You can also add certain motions to your image. So over here we have this fat guy just standing there, and in the second image they prompted the guy to wave his hand. And you can also remove the background while keeping the character in focus consistent. As you can see, the details on this character haven't really changed all that much. Okay, if we scroll down a bit further, over here we can see how to install this locally on your computer. But don't worry, I will cover this part extensively later on in this video, and I'm also going to show you an easier way to get this running on your computer. And if we scroll down even further, we can see that OmniGen runs on 17 gigabytes of VRAM, but don't worry if you have less than that. It says right over here that if you do some CPU offload, then you can minimize the VRAM usage all the way down to 3 gigabytes of VRAM, which is really impressive, although this will definitely take a very long time to generate your images. And the cool thing about OmniGen2 is that we can also use the online demo. So over here we can see that we have a couple of demos available. So over here we are using a demo on Hugging Face, and this is the Gradio interface for OmniGen2. This is your usual text box where you should insert your prompt. Over here you can upload up to 3 images, which you can edit, combine, morph, and do all sorts of things with them. Down here we have the negative prompt, so let's say that you don't want to see a certain aspect in your image, then you can mention it over here and the AI should not include that in the generation. Down here we have a couple of settings. Over here you can set the height and width of your image. So the text guidance sliders over here will determine how strictly will the AI follow your prompt, but this should also sacrifice a bit of creativity. Over here we have all sorts of stuff such as CFG, scheduler, inference steps. I recommend leaving everything on default. Over here you can go ahead and play with the amount of steps. Usually a greater amount of steps will give you better results or higher quality in your image generation, but this will also increase the amount of time you're gonna have to wait for the generation to finish, and eventually as this number goes up you're going to get diminishing returns, which will not be worth it. Also, if you give it fewer steps, then you are going to see some worse results, so I recommend leaving it on default, which is 50 steps. Over here is the number of images per prompt. So if you leave it on 1, then the AI will generate only 1 image, but you can increase this up to 4. But keep in mind that it will take longer for these images to generate. So I'm gonna leave it on 1. Over here we have the seed, just leave it on random. I recommend leaving the settings on default. Here we have this cute image of a black cat in some sort of snowland, and everything looks pretty white and puffy, but the black cat over here really sticks out, so let's go ahead and remove it. So first of all I'm gonna upload the image over here, and then I'm gonna ask the AI to remove the black cat. So over here we have a couple of instructions. First of all, make sure that you are using high quality images, so keep the resolution as high as possible, or at least 512 by 512. And second thing, very important, to be very specific when you are formulating your prompt. So as you can see, in our case, I mentioned that I want to remove the black cat from the first image, and this is very important because we are referencing to the first image. So as an example, let's say that we want to include Donald Trump and Santa Claus in the first image. We would formulate our prompt the following: add Donald Trump from the second image and Santa Claus from the third image in the first image. But for now we don't want that, so I'm going to remove these images, and after that all we have to do is click on generate. And one of the downsides of using these free online demos is that you can quickly run out of GPU quota, so we're gonna have to wait a little while to try this. And in the meantime I switched to another demo, so let's go ahead and try this. And as you can see, it removed the cat from the image. Next up, let's try something different. I uploaded this image of a nice sketch of a girl, and I'm gonna ask it to add some color to the drawing. First of all, I'm gonna scroll down a bit and make sure to pick a random seed, and then let's click on generate. And it colorized the drawing pretty nicely. Now, there's two ways to install OmniGen2. First would be to install it manually through their GitHub page, and over here you can see the instructions. This is quite complicated and unnecessary, so we're gonna choose the second option, which is through an application called Pinokio. Now if you scroll over here, you're gonna see the installation for Windows, Mac and Linux, and we have Windows, so we're just gonna go ahead and click over here. Extract it wherever you want. Now go to the folder where you extracted the file and double click to run it. And this is going to install Pinokio. Over here you can change the directory where you want to install the app, so I want to install it on C, so I'm just gonna edit this letter over here and click save. Okay, and we have installed Pinokio. The next thing you have to do is go ahead and click on discover right over here. It should bring you to this app page, and we can search for OmniGen2. And if you don't see OmniGen over here, click on community scripts. And it is right over here. Click install and install again. And this will start installing all of the files that you need. It will take a while, so be patient. At some point it's gonna prompt you to install Visual Studio. Make sure you keep waiting until it installs everything. After the installation is done, go ahead and click on download. Eventually it's gonna get to the point where the installation is going to get stuck and it's gonna say disconnected. All you have to do is look on the left side for a button that says 24 to 48 gigs of VRAM, and go ahead and select the 12 to 48. And it's going to start installing the models itself. So while installing, if you encounter an error like this, stating that the paging file is too small for this operation to complete, it means that you need to allocate some more virtual memory. And you can do that by going to System Properties, over here click on Settings, Advanced, Virtual Memory, and click on Change. Untick this box. After that, go ahead and select a drive where you have enough space, click on Custom Size, and in the Maximum Size tab, go ahead and paste this value. And for initial size, use this value. Click on set and OK. And after that, go ahead and restart your computer. After restarting your computer, go ahead and open Pinokio. Over here you have OmniGen2. Click it and go ahead and click on start. And select the start with 12 GB of VRAM. And if everything went right, you should be greeted with the familiar Gradio interface. So this is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please let me know what you think about this model in the comments, and see you in the next one.